Appearances only, so your mom is definitely invited. Sometimes controversial, always engaging. It's the podcast that lets your voice be heard. It's the podcast that shouts you out. It's time to holler. Can you dig it?
I could eat a unicorn one day through a Pop-Tart.
I like toaster strudels.
You like the jizzy part?
Yeah, I like the way it explodes
You
in
like
my
it?
mouth and to swallow it down. Oh my god!
Your tweets, snaps, Facebook comments, and even phone calls. Holler any way you want.
They used to give kids opiates to keep them quiet.
This is much less offensive than that.
JD, Brian, and Gracie. Holler at your boys and a girl.
It's always this bizarre race to start the show of, can I get this shared to like all my different groups and my own social media before the intro ends? And the answer, by the way, even after years of practice, the answer is always no. So here I am still on it, trying.
Oh, darn.
What's up, Gracie?
SOS.
What's up?
You'll never guess.
You're tired.
Guess her quick. I'm exhausted.
Shocker. Oh my God. Air horn.
It's only 10.
And the incoming yawn.
Thank you. Glad I could be here. Only a little.
Alec,
Oh, I cannot.
Alec, quick question for you. How do we pronounce your name?
Alec. But also,
how about the last part?
New.
Obviously.
Do we pronounce it wrong? Yes, but we pronounce everything wrong here. Hurricane, for instance.
That's exactly right.
So that's just how we do it.
Yeah, wash rag, washer and dryer.
Cheer, far.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some things. By the way, some things we are saying, people are tuning in from wherever, and they're like, "What are these people even talking about?" They like literally have no idea. And I totally understand. I mean, we can dive right into the Appalachian thing. I mean, so here's the thing: I'm from Huntington, West Virginia, born and raised. I think Huntington is a very interesting spot. I'm talking about geographically. If you really just look at where Huntington, West Virginia is, it kind of falls in an interesting area. It's not too south. It's not too north. It's just a little bit of mix of everything. So you can drive about 5 minutes and you can get all that washer and dryer and crown. And you can't even hardly understand it. You can drive 5 more minutes and I don't know, you get like an accent like me. And it's a very interesting spot, in my opinion. And then sometimes I get like deep into the woods of West Virginia, and they don't understand me, and they look at me like I'm an alien, and I'm like, I'm from West Virginia my entire life. What were you going to say, Alec?
I was going to say we're so close to so many terrible places, but luckily we are in the best place there could possibly be.
You're right. Hey, by the way, speaking of audience members tuning in, Mel, she's one of our favorites. Mel comes from Alaska. She's literally tuning in from Alaska as we speak. So time, weather, things like that, very, very different in Mel's world. Mel, we are glad to have you here. We're going to talk about Appalachia tonight, Mel. And that's how you say it too, by the way. That's how you say it. If JD was here, he would say it's Appalachia. It's not Appalachia. Because we'll throw an apple at you if you say it wrong. That's what JD would say. Shout out to JD.
JD's not here, so too bad.
Gracie, what in the world are you holding in your hand?
Look at my giant pencil.
Is it a real and
so
why?
It's really right.
Magnificent.
Because I cannot find my damn pens. Oh, I'm so mad.
How do you?
Pens are overrated. We checked.
How do you sharpen that pencil, Gracie?
With a knife. You can wait. Wait, can you tell it's like got the butcher knife sharpening?
Now Gracie went full Appalachia on you. She said, break out the knife from my pencil.
God, I don't know what to tell you.
Did y'all ever have that when you were kids? Like you had your pencils that you went to class with, and then sometimes they need sharpened. So you'd have like an uncle or like your papa over there. He'd break out like a pocket knife and just start shaving away. He's like, here you go, son.
Yeah.
No, but the turning of the sharpener.
Oh my God.
I have one installed in my house. That's how much I care about that. It's installed.
Okay.
Sign me up.
It doesn't go anywhere.
How many dates until you show your date that you have one installed on your wall?
Very easy solution. I don't go on dates.
Alec, you got to go on dates, man.
Fit my pencil?
What?
I Bogart the pencil sharpener. I don't know which one of him.
Will my pencil fit your sharpener, sir?
We'll never know.
We'll never. We will never know.
Sorry, you got a better method anyway.
Andrew Lockhart, what's up, dude? The hashtag the Do Bros. He's representing the Do Bros. Andrew, is it cool if I share the pod in the Do Bros? I don't know if I ever like officially asked you that. I used to always share it in Shotgun Squad, but I'd love to shout you guys out and share it in your group as well, man. The Do Bros, they're awesome. By the way, Mel says I'm actually home after being at work for over 2 months. Mel does everything in these big exorbitant like, what am I trying to say, like time frames. So it's like she's in Alaska, so she's like, well, it's daylight for 2 months, and then she's like, can't see the sun for 2 months, and now she's like, work for 2 months, home for 2 months.
A bachelor.
I would be sad.
Lance is in Huntington. Perfect timing. So are we going to the barcade after this or what?
Ooh, Alec, are you a barcade guy? Because I definitely am.
Who's Lance?
You go ahead and check the 5th highest score on the Star Wars machine, and you let me know.
He just came right in with it. He came in hot.
Check the 5th highest score. Don't tell Brian, because you'll go in there and then you'll be the 6th highest score because Brian is competitive.
There's no chance. There's no chance. The machine has gone downhill over the years. The 5th place is staying there.
Alec, I'll give you my no chance, okay? So I can at least feel like something in this conversation, because I agree with you. There's no chance I'm going to beat you on that, and there's no chance that you're going to beat me on Nintendo 64. Probably anything, but I'll just throw it out there like the usual Mario Kart. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows the man at Mario Kart, Nintendo 64. You're stepping into another world, my man.
No, you can have it. You can have it. Just don't come at me with Smash on the GameCube. Then
you know what? You can have that one. That's fine. Handshake on that.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's fine. We got Charlie Batts in the house. It's another Do Bro.
I've been here forever.
Oh, Andrew says, Brian Ball, you were one of the first to get that Do Bros flag. Hell yeah, brother. Bring it on, man. We'll fly it. Seriously. You know what's up. Hit us up. I want to get you guys CAMO Energy, and this is a great time before we get to know Alec here for a minute. This is a great time to say our show is proudly powered by CAMO Energy. That technically is a local company. It started in Huntington, West Virginia. Their headquarters are now in Pittsburgh. They are global. They're all over the place. They're not all over the United States. They're all over the place. These little energy shots is what they started with. It's what made them famous. And right here, you see I've got Berry Blast and Dragon Fruit. These little things are packed with caffeine, 250 milligrams of caffeine, but they're way, way tastier and better than those 5-hour energy drinks. Those taste like chemicals. These taste like a tropical fruit drink. They have no carbs, no sugar, no calories. Are you sold? There you go. CAMO Energy. And by the way, in your URLs, this is always, they want us to advertise it this way. I'm just saying, to the average Joe, this could be confusing. If you look below what's scrolling, camo.energy, if you literally type that in your browser, it will pop up their website, because you can name websites .energy now. They don't have to be .com. They can be other things like .energy. So shout out to the bros.
So good.
Are you a caffeine guy, Alec?
No.
Really? So you're an author, and we're going to get into that, but you choose no caffeine.
I mean, of course, I'll have a good Dr. Pepper every now and again.
A good Dr. Pepper.
I'm out at the Roosters.
How do you think you would do on a blind taste test of brands of sodas? I was recently asked this question. I think I would smoke it myself. Like if you had like Pepsi, Coke, Coke Zero, Diet Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper. How would you?
We had an experiment like this in college. It was a room of 150 people. We all ranked our confidence level. There was a 75% confidence level that we would get everyone right. The end result was 12%.
Get out of here. No way.
And that was just between Coke and Pepsi. So across the entire spectrum, 2% milk. Just the low.
Gracie, just like Gracie's grades in college. Freshman 2%.
That's not nice.
It's okay though, Gracie.
You're stupid.
You turned into a great adult, Gracie. So what's it even matter? You know?
Thanks. I have a career.
And a very large pencil sharpened by
a knife.
Alec, before we really dive in here, so let me get this straight. You choose basically no caffeine, other than maybe a side Dr. Pepper. You choose no dates, but you do choose bar dates. Yeah, I was gonna say you got to have a vice. Is there another vice besides the barcade? Give me something here, man. Do you like chain smoke cigarettes or something?
What? No.
You
do I have a vice? I mean, like playing the Irish tin whistle and silence. How's that for vices?
What's the chance you have an Irish tin whistle on you? By the way.
Oh,
I'm glad you asked. This is like, wait, can we hear that? Is it making a sound? I'm down. Play.
Is it not?
No.
Nothing.
Is it
Really?
for dogs? Is this all a joke?
Oh, it actually means that you're over, like, what, 40? No, it's
well, you'd probably be right.
Yeah, it's actually maybe I think the noise canceling, the suppression on the anyway, it's beautiful. It's a Killarney. This is the Cadillac of tin whistles. Look at this.
I'm
Look at this.
screaming. This is as big as my pencil.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
The
Brian,
Cadillac
where's your
of
similarly
Brian,
shaped?
Brian, where's your long object?
I'll retire on that question.
You're beautiful.
Gracie.
Oh,
Thank you so
gosh.
much. But I did in fact note the Cadillac of tin whistles because that's going to be something that's definitely in the description of the show.
Oh my
Thank you
gosh.
guys so much for joining the show. This is Holler. It's the podcast that shouts you out, and we're going to get to all of you just like we have already. Lance said my dog's head exploded. I was worried. I was like
Ew.
looking at my dog. I was like, "Is anyone getting this, man?" I'm like, I need him to back me up. Like, you guys can't see, but my dog's asleep right here on my lap, and I like staring at him like, "Bro, are we getting this or not? Are we being like bamboozled? What's happening?"
I'm just gaslighting you. I wasn't playing at all.
See,
Yeah.
You're a tricky one, Alec. This is why I'm saying there's some kind of secret vice this guy has. He might not chain smoke cigarettes, but I bet he stays up till like 5 a.m. watching some really weird something on TV. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
I'm an Indian outlaw.
Indian outlaw, this guy. You like that? You want that again?
I'm an Indian outlaw.
All day, man. All day. Anyway, Holler Nation, CAMO Energy, the Do Bros, the Cadillac of tin whistles. We've got it all here. We're gonna meet Alec. We're gonna hit a stab first, and we're gonna meet Alec.
Link up at officialholler.com.
Officialholler.com is where you can find all of our previous episodes. If you've been on the show before, we've got a whole bank of all the episodes. We got a player right on the website. But we also stream on Spotify and YouTube. So your episode will be everywhere. Facebook, Spotify, YouTube. You know, all those social medias that you don't use, Alec, that we were talking about in pregame. That's where you'll be. So be sure to go listen to yourself on the things where you're not. You'll be there, but you won't at the same time.
I'll break the silence momentarily to do it.
Alec, how does one, this is a real question. How does one write a book for someone that wants to get started? Let's say someone has ideas noted. Do they need to balance things in their head, like money versus publicity? Is there a process where it's like you can get it out there, but you're not going to make any money, or you can try to make money? Like, walk us through this.
I'm an anomaly, I assume, because I don't care if I make any money off of the books. Most of the things I've seen online, it's like, how to make it as a writer, how to, become popular. I mean, I obviously did Appalachian mythology for the money. So it's, for me, I think that there's only one question, which is, what does not exist in the world that I want to put into it? So, I go around, I go to the art shows, I go to the bookstores, and I see a lot of poverty literature about Appalachia. I see a lot of coal, heroin.
Yep.
Even in your introduction, you have opiates and hot dogs. My two favorite things. However, I'm kidding. That's my vice. So it's,
there we are. We made it full circle.
You found it.
A true Appalachian. You really showed out.
Should have been your first guess. But you know, I love mythology, and I was like, we don't have a lot of uplifting stories about living here. So that's kind of that's the space I'm trying to fill, which is like fun mythological tales that, even if it's playing on some of the tropes of Appalachia, it's not cashing in on them, if that makes sense. It's more to like uplift rather than to shine a light on the bad stuff.
I love.
Totally.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, being from here, born and raised, I love your approach on it. As a matter of fact, you probably saw this, but we share a friend. Well, I've got her on the screen right now, Buffy. Buffy Six. She's a former guest.
Yes,
I know that you obviously have a lot in common with Buffy. You're both the cryptid crazies, is what I would call you, which is cool. It's a cool group to be in, and you know, now you've got like a lifelong pal out of me because you know, Buffy is awesome, and I saw her reading your book, and instantly I was like, we got to get the guy on the show. Now, I didn't know we were going to get you here this soon, and if that didn't happen, I would have liked to have read your book first, but instead we got you here in like 5 days, so here we are. I've not read your book yet. I have read a little bit of the plot, and so the book, just so everybody understands that they can look this up themselves, The Great Appalachian Redemption, which is illustrated by Carly Thaw. Boom, there it is.
Carly murdered it.
Oh my God! Like that's exactly where I was going to go right out of the gate. The art is fantastic. It's fantastic.
I have some of it if we want to display it.
Yeah, sure. Bring it on. Let's shout out Carly. Where can we find her at, I wonder?
Carly, CarlyThaw.com. She's on all the places I'm not. So I have some little postcards here just to show you. So Buffy will like this one. This would be the Flatwoods monster talking to one of the characters, Allie, on top of the roof of this utopian city in the book. Okay. Let's see. This is the Mothman saving the Flatwoods monster over the New River Gorge Bridge. He does save a bridge in this book, by the way.
Rather than destroy one.
Exactly. There's a lot of redemption going on here. I tie the cryptids and kind of all of West Virginia to Native American mythological kind of like roots. So the second chapter is a lot of like Thunderbirds, some actual Cherokee, like the origin stories and everything like that.
That piece is fantastic, by the way, that you just showed. Like, wow.
Oh yeah, and this is my. I think this is what Carly popped off hard on this. This is in case, so sorry about the light, but this is the help. This is my own creation. This is the guardian spirit of Appalachia, or West Virginia specifically. So she kind of is like the one that watches over, and she sends, like in John Denver's song, I hear her voice in the morning as she calls me. That's her. So she gets created. Ooh, right? Yeah. So now there's an actual like principality that looks over us, protects us, and also calls you home when it's time for you to come home.
Here's a weird direction. After looking at her art, this is where my inspiration went. I want like an 8-bit game. I want like an NES game, but it's the local cryptids. How fucking cool would that be, dude?
That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing. I'd be all over it.
We got any game devs in the chat?
We actually do. One of our former guests, Jack Daniels. He is a game developer. If you don't, do you know Jack?
I watched that one.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Yeah. He's a very smart guy. On his episode with us, we talked more about him running for a position in city council. But the truth is, we could have done an entire episode about his game development. He could have shown off some of the games that he's made. He's just fantastically talented. It's actually shocking, man. And here's one thing I just want to step back and just say, thankful to this podcast. I cannot believe how many talented individuals I've got to meet, not just in our area, but all over the map. I mean, we usually focus on local people like yourself, like semi-local, but I mean, we get people from all over, man. And it's just amazing. Like the talent that we meet just through this silly little podcast that we do for free. It's really inspiring. And that brings me to our next question for you. Where do you feel the most inspiration? This is a question to be taken seriously, by the way. Don't break out the tin whistle right now. Answer me truthfully. Because for me, I like a whiskey and a relaxing environment. Like if you can put me somewhere kind of dim with a whiskey and I'm well rested, and probably it's the evening, you know, the early, I can probably pop off a lot of great ideas. Not a morning.
I will never be serious in my entire life. Nice try.
I'm trying to get you there.
But I will take it sincerely. So the there, I mean, you know, you obviously reading mythology is helpful. You drawing from. There's also mythological music, which sometimes gets a little cheesy, but it's fun nonetheless. But I'll tell you what really gets me in the mood to write is going to like Appalachian film festivals, art shows, or whatever, and just I get so upset, and I get so upset because I know what I want to see, and sometimes I'm upset at what I'm seeing. So then I come home. It's not divine. It's not peaceful. I come home and I'm like, all right, let me show you all what can be done.
Alec, what's your writing method? Do you like to type or do you like to physically write with that pencil and the pencil sharpener?
Notes are physical, drafts are digital.
Notes are physical, drafts are digital. Okay, I like it. And what is
Big Scott is out here rhyming.
Save your dollar. Advertise on Holler.
Yes, sirree. Also nice dogs.
You know, Big Scott. By the way, shout out to Big Scott is clearly a dog father, a dog like myself, a dog dad like myself. Loves his dogs. He's got a great tribute to his dog that passed away just 1 year ago on his Facebook. And man, I get Big Scott. Man, I get choked up just seeing that. I showed my girlfriend Miranda those the pictures of your dog and your tribute to your dog, and showing him how you had him on the beach and everything. Man, I love it, dude. We love you, Big Scott.
Big Scott, I don't know you, but I love you.
Big Scott is like Big Scott is not he's like local, but he's not. He's a Kentucky guy, okay, but he's not one of the local Kentucky guys. He's from one of those points where it's like you're still driving. You know, if you're from the Appalachian area, you get this analogy here. You're still driving. You're like, how the fuck am I still in Kentucky? Like, how have I driven 8 hours and I'm still in the state of Kentucky? That's you know, Scott's in there somewhere.
Big Scott, are you on the other time zone? Or are you still in the Eastern time?
See, that's a good question. That's a good question, Ed.
There are two. Which one?
What?
Kentucky, are you in this time zone or the other one? Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's weird. I've been to Mammoth Caves. They're in the other time zone.
Oh.
It's odd.
Oh, great.
Big Scott, he's falling asleep. What?
I thought you were going to say something. I was letting you go there.
No.
How about you suck on chili dog?
Sucking on chili dog. Oh. Outside taste freeze.
Okay.
Hold up. I'm sorry. I just saw your shirt. Massing is my favorite band. They're my favorite. Daisy's is wonderful. Daisy's ska remix.
Yeah, you like that? So Gracie and I have a photo in our matching suits. I like to give them a shout out. I don't want to listen. I don't want to pick favorites. That's just rude. But
I will.
It would be hard pressed for me to say that Massing is not my favorite local band, and some of my favorite people around. I mean, shout out to Heath and Rob and the boys. I mean, my goodness, and Corey, of course. These are all
sweet Corey.
These are, and Jeff. We got to shout them all out. You know, if they bring the there you go.
Let's go,
and
Jeff.
Pino, who's never shown up, by the way. Come on, Pino, get it together.
Speaking of dogs, there's a video that exists somewhere. I have to dig it up. But I'll never forget this. When Massing, I don't want to say that we used to do live shows, because we still do. We do live shows like in person every now and then. What we've done at this point, we've changed it to live music. So once a month, especially during the summer, we like to do live music shows. Massing's performed several times on Holler. And one time when the boys were all setting up the show, and you can come over and watch them live and participate live just like everyone is in the chat. If you're local, we invite everybody, dude. It's great.
I'm there.
You can bring the tin whistle. We've got it, man.
You can be our live show with the tin whistle.
Not necessary. Massing is the best band in the world. Also, it has its own travel pouch, so I can just bring it wherever I want to go.
You gotta get a belt loop on that thing, man. Just keep that thing on you. You know, strap it on the side.
I do.
You
Yeah.
gotta stay strapped
Oh.
with your tin whistle.
Sir, are you strapped up right now? Yes, it's my tin whistle.
Are you carrying? Yes.
Anyway, there's a.
Oh, I'm packing.
I'm packing.
Yeah.
Sir, the metal detector just went off. That's correct. It's tin. That is the metal.
Is that a tin whistle, or are you happy to see me?
So there's a video that exists of Jeff, and he's got my dog, whose name is Little Surge Tankian, by the way. So he's got Little Surge, and he's got his paws, and Jeff is playing keyboard with Surge's paws. I've got that video somewhere, and it's a great one. So anyway, shout out to Massing and the boys. Those guys are great. Another little local shout out. See, Alec, it's a small world. It's like you know, everything is so crazy connected. It's so wild. Anyway, so you've made it clear you're a little hard to drag info out of. You know,
yeah, for sure.
You don't have advice. You do have a pencil sharpener installed to your wall. I'm pretty intrigued by that. I really am.
One-way screws. Good luck getting that out.
Good luck to the next minute. Really fucking got that guy, did you?
Idiot.
He'll never know how sharp those pencils were down there. That fucking loser. He probably doesn't even carry any. What a waste.
So drawing information out of me.
Anyway, this is actually a little side note from where I was going with this. Do you carry copies of your book on you? Do you randomly sell them out of like the trunk of your car, or is just everything has to be purchased online?
Oh, I mean, there's definitely a hierarchy of like how people should buy the book. Out of the trunk of my car is numero uno on that list, and I have done it roughly 50 times.
Okay.
Number two is your local
$50, by the way.
What's up?
It's more. It's got to be more than $50 off the bat, right there in your pocket.
Oh, absolutely. I know. I'm rolling in it. 50 more, and I can buy another tin whistle. A nice one. The cheap ones are $6. So anyway, locally, I mean, Inner Geek has it. They've sold out, I think, 5 times now. Taylor Books has it. I have a signing there on June 15th. Cicada did have it. Sorry, what's up?
Where's your signing?
The signing is 2 p.m. June 15th at Taylor Books in Charleston.
Okay.
That's right. I'm descending into hell to sign some books.
You have to talk to humans, Alec. Are you okay with it?
Oh, yeah. Is that why you're descending into hell?
You'll have to.
No, because it's Charleston.
You'll have to talk to humans, and you might impress someone that could then ask you on a date, and they could see your pencil sharpener.
Wow, Buffy. Save some for the rest of us.
We're all yours. Inner Geek in Huntington, maybe Cicada, definitely Plot Twist in South Charleston, and then Amazon or any other. There are some book sites that like give money to local bookstores, so you can just type in the Great Appalachian Redemption. It should come up. I did a little Googling, by the way, to make sure that the name wasn't taken. The only book of a similar title is called The Great Appalachian Sperm Bank.
Oh man, just missed it by one at the end.
I know. Book 2 is now out the window. I got to come up with a new idea.
If you guys could just link up and then give us a third edition.
It'll be the duo of the century.
The great sperm duel, the great cryptid sperm explosion of Appalachia.
Tell me you wouldn't read it. I would read it.
I'd have to read it.
Gracie, I'm sorry. You good?
No, I'm not okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm never okay. I hate it here.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Alec, hold on 1 second. Your audio dropped in the weirdest way just now.
Hello? Right.
There you go. You're back. Okay, you're back.
Cool.
I don't know. I don't know what your microphone situation is, but maybe when you turned away, it went like a little bit lower. Hey, okay, so let's back to your book here. Before I go off on another tangent, back to your book. I would like a copy of your book. I would like to purchase it, but I'm only gonna. You're on my podcast, so I feel like we need to make a deal. Okay, I'm only gonna purchase your book if you'll sign it, but I would like my book to be signed via pencil that I know has been sharpened out of that fucking pencil sharpener.
Oh my god.
That is the version of the book that's going to be worth dozens of dollars one
That's
day.
exactly right. And I'll play this clip proudly.
Yes. Yes, it's yours.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I will gladly purchase it, by the way. So thank you in advance. We will make that happen.
Okay.
Gracie.
Then I'm going to make a deal.
Oh, yeah?
I will gladly buy your book, but you have to write a sweet note inside.
A sweet note?
A sweet one.
He's
It's
just-
nice.
Oh, it's gonna be sweet as chili on Sunday morning. We're gonna do it.
Alec thought all of 3 seconds about your sweet note, Gracie. You haven't read this guy yet. Like you're like, you better make it good. He's like, okay, done. You know, in his head, he's like, okay, 5 seconds, done. Yeah, hand me the book. Hand me the money.
Enjoy.
But really,
Right. How
you
sweet
should
that?
get a trench
There you
coat.
go.
You should get a trench coat and sell like books out of your trench coat. Just like walk up to people and be like, "Want to buy a book?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just like whip it out.
Yeah, for you, family discount 25.
I would buy that one. You should whip it out of your trench
Wait,
coat.
what is going on?
I will whip it out for you, Gracie.
What's
up?
happening in the chat? My mom is finally commenting on my comment way earlier in the show. It's about Brian's long object being in his pants. Oops, she's too busy in the middle of the ocean. This is a lot to unpack. I mean, this is like the
classic mom. Classic mom.
That's mom for you, floating in the ocean, talking about Mr. Long Pants. Buffy would like to ask, can I bring my copy to Taylor Books and you write a roast of me?
Had anything possible negative to say about you, I would. But
honestly,
yeah.
Buffy, good thing that I didn't write a book because I'd roast the shit out of you.
It's
you
okay. It's roast the shit out of me too. So we're just in the same boat. It's fine.
You old
My
straight,
kids also want to be in the same boat.
Cryptid drawing bitch.
Oh god, Buffy's great because she just wants to hold my baby every time she sees him. So that's pretty fun.
Here's a random fact that I like to always throw out there.
A whole human baby.
What?
Yeah, I gave birth to a whole human baby.
I didn't know. I didn't know those were
People are still doing that, Alec. It's crazy.
No way.
Yeah.
Insane.
Not me. Not me. I only have a dog, but Gracie has a couple actually real humans, believe it or not.
I do. I only birthed one though. It's pretty nice.
Oh. Yeah, that's
he came out the sunroof.
Buffy.
I'm a shitty duffel bag.
It's a whole other episode, but you could use your imagination, Alec, and your imagination would be correct at this point. Buffy says, "I hate babies, but I like yours." And you know the irony here is, I held Gracie's baby, and they did not. They fucking roasted me for holding Gracie's baby. I was holding it like precious cargo.
Right?
And they took pictures of me, Alec. They were like, "Look at this fool trying to hold," and I'm like, "But it's like, isn't it like a fragile infant? Shouldn't I like not drop it?" And they're like, "Oh my God, he's an idiot. What do you want me to do? Dangle it by its legs? Like, what's he doing?"
Yes.
He likes that. He thinks it's fun now. He's pretty fun. Brian like held my baby like a kickball.
I was. It's the only thing I know how to grip.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun.
Hey, Captain Awesome in the chat. Objects appear longer when your legs are shorter. # Short Kings. I always have to say this. Captain Awesome, that's his real legal name. That's not a joke. I just want to say that. It's a real he's out of Oregon, by the way. So we've got a couple West Coast tuning in right now that are looking at Appalachian shit, and they're like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? By the way, Alec, the town Huxley in your book, that's Iowa, or it's a made-up town in your book? What's up?
It's a made-up town. The town that the kids start in is called Orwell. So that's like George Orwell and Aldous Huxley, kind of like those are homages, I guess. Huxley was more concerned about like how basically we would just be all consumed by entertainment, and Huxley is like this big metropolis of nothing but entertainment. So
okay,
there you go.
What year does this take place in, by the way?
It's like a dystopian modern day.
Are there cell phones in the book?
There are not, because I hate cell phones and stories.
So maybe it's not modern then. Maybe it's like a little bit antiquated, such as the 1990s.
Oh, I mean, no, it's not as cool as the 90s. I miss the
Yeah.
90s. It's more of like a juxtaposition of reality.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes. Also, somebody got this loosely 74-year-old woman on Facebook got so mad when she saw the image of Mothman saving the bridge because
Why?
I made it a train bridge because I also don't want cars in my stories. And she's like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. The bridge is a car bridge, and you would know that if you did any Googling.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you know what, man? When you found out that Hogwarts wasn't real, that must have really messed you up.
It really did.
I could just picture Alec over there grinding the pencil sharpener extra fast. That son of a bitch. Wait till I write this.
Oh, yeah.
Grinding the pencil sharpener. Get me out of here.
you old bitch. You just fucking wait.
I'll show you.
Here comes the fucking Ticonderoga, you old slut.
I'll meet her at the Ticonderoga. We'll have baked steaks and then we'll do battle.
Meet me at the barcade at your bedtime, 4 p.m.
Yeah, you, me, and the Star Wars machine. We'll see who comes out on fifth.
Hilarious. Buffy says Brian has literally never held a baby before, and you could tell. Well, shocking. I don't have one. I do have a dog.
Was my baby the first baby you ever held?
Not necessarily. I've been known to hold babies, but usually pretty awkwardly.
Oh, well.
It's kind of one of those. It's kind of one of those forced situations where a human will like birth one of them, and then they're like, "Hey, you were trying to hold this?" And I'm like, "Man, I don't know. Seems fragile." And then they're like, "Here it is, catch." And I'm like, "Well, fuck. All right, here we are."
Yeah. Told me no. I would have respected your words.
No, it's fine. I wanted to hold him. I want him to grow into a man. And then I'm going to tell him, "Hey, listen here, man. When you were a much smaller man, this is how I held you, awkwardly, strangely in my arms."
Hold on. Buffy says, "Tell Alec about drinking Gracie's chocolate breast milk."
No. Listen.
Yes.
Alex, this is going into your sperm Mothman story, isn't it? Your trilogy where the sperm collides with Appalachian.
Rated R. Yeah. So we can hear the story, or like, what's up?
Hey, is there cussing in your book, by the way?
No, there's not. It's for middle schoolers.
Oh, okay.
Like middle school, high school. They say frick. I mean, it's like it's like kids here talk. The worst thing they call someone's a silly goose, or like they say holy frick and crap like that. It's really the dream.
Fair. Gracie, you want to explain your chocolate breast milk?
Okay, so listen. I was gonna make White Russians, but I just didn't have all of this time to
Straight from the teat? Is that where you're going?
Yeah, that's where I was going. And I bought this White Russian mix, but it ended up being brown, and I didn't know it was going to be brown. But I put it in breast milk bags anyway and served it to my friends.
Wait, was the Russian mix expired? Why did it turn brown?
No, I don't know. Oh, it was like coffee, right? Isn't it coffee type stuff? Yeah. I don't remember what I was making. So, yeah, it was brown. Yeah. I was really disappointed it was brown.
Yeah.
But yes, I served it straight up in breast milk bags, labeled them and everything. And
but does it taste different?
I don't know. What? I didn't really give them my breast milk.
What?
Yeah, thankfully, right?
Although Brian's might have had a little squirt in his. I made sure.
Don't hit me with that. Do not hit me with
that. I'm just kidding. I would never. That's not nice. Although I do have some in the freezer still if you're interested.
Now, see, that's the weird thing. Yeah, trade you a book for it.
Trade you a book for how many ounces?
See, that's the weird thing, Alec. She's not the only one that has produced breast milk around me that has then asked me, "You want to try some?" Or I've got some in the fridge, man. You want to try some? What are you talking about? The answer is obviously no, but like, holy fuck, I can't believe we're having this combo. Captain Awesome says, how much?
If you had a loose idea of how many people have offered that to you, like, no, I got breast milk at home, but the breast milk breast milk at home is brown.
It's gotta be 5 to 6 on my personal list. I've been offered 5 to 6 milk of breasts.
Yeah, I'm putting myself around the wrong people, is what I'm hearing.
Well, you're gonna have to get out and talk to people to then drink their breast milk. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Miranda, who else
Alec,
going to offer Brian their breast milk? It's me.
Alec, it's not like the good old days. You can't just log into an AOL chat room and expect breast milk right off the teat. You got to go talk to them.
I missed 2004.
Damn it.
I mean, you could have closed your eyes and opened your mouth and I just aimed.
Whoa. Oh,
That's,
my God.
Hold on. Just like the Chuck E. Cheese machine with you got to hit the target with the water.
Yeah.
I'm in.
We're
Except
there.
I'm the target. Hold on.
See, we're there.
I'm about to say your government name.
I can't pay attention to the chat right now because there's too much. There's too much happening. Gracie, I need you to be honest with us. You ready? I mean, we're in here now. We're at your breast milk, so here we are. You need to be honest with us.
I promise on my heart. I did not taint.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm going to present a new question for you. We're in the shit now. We're in the weeds.
Okay.
We're way outside of the Appalachian Redemption, and we're into the Gracie's breast milk trilogy.
Yes,
right?
This is really what the people want to hear.
This is what we're gaining followers. We're gaining viewers as we hear. Gracie,
I don't care if another person reads my book if we hear the story.
Gracie, I need to ask you a question. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
At the height, wait. I'm going to sound, no, hold on. I'm trying to make myself not sound stupid here. Gracie, could you shoot your breast milk across what's the distance you think you could shoot that?
Yeah.
I didn't. It didn't work very well.
Really? Did you try it? Did you give one?
I had to pump. So I had to strap these things to my boobs and it like suctioned the milk out because Finn didn't latch very well. So I never really got like some aim with it. I couldn't
just give it like an old fashioned like cattle squeeze.
No, I mean, it would just kind of like leak out because I wasn't making a lot.
Oh, man.
If I squeezed, it was weird. Like you could just take it and squeeze it and it would just leak out of your nipple.
That's a bummer, man. I was hoping that you'd be more like a super soaker, like a water gun.
No, trust me, because if I would have been able to do that, I'd have just whipped it out at the Halloween party and just been spraying everybody with breast milk.
Summer, you've come in at the weirdest time. I'm so glad you're here. But her guess is 10 feet.
I saw it. I know it went that far.
I seen it. We've got LaCandace in the chat. She says, remember the viral video of a lady at a rave shooting titty milk at concert goers? I do remember that.
Yes.
I do remember that. That's not the kind of white Russian that I want, No way. Oh man, comments are flying in.
Yeah.
Brittany, first time Holler listener, by the way, also my cousin. Brittany says, I saw my friend shoot hers the length of almost 6 parking spots. This is my favorite comment.
Some say it's still traveling.
6 parking spots. I'm super jealous.
Americans will use anything but the metric system. my granny would shoot her breast milk 6 parking spots.
One time I seen her shoot it over the Elk River.
Stop it.
It did hit Johnny Wayne's. It did hit Johnny Wayne's mower, and he was mighty mad.
Milkers.
Brian, can we steer away from the milkers and like play Family Feud or something?
Drop the link for the video for science. Brittany says, we were both shocked about that length of the shoot. You know what? Gracie's got a great idea. Let's pause right here at the milkers. Let's pause right here. She says, no, we were literally in a parking lot. We counted. It went 6 spots. That's how far the milk went.
Amazing.
You got to think like maybe like a raccoon or something came by and really like took out the rest of that. Like a raccoon coming by being a little opportunistic.
Hit the button.
Okay, I'm going to hit the button.
Thank you, Gracie.
All right, guys, we're going to play Family Feud. I'm going to give away a 2-pack of CAMO Energy shots. These guys right here. And I'm going to change the link scrolling down below from carlythaw.com. Shout out to Carly and her illustrations in Alec's book. I'm going to change that back to camo.energy. You guys can type that in your browser. You can buy this stuff if you want. Or if you're super cool, you can just stay tuned and you can just win it. So what we're going to do, we're going to ask you a Family Feud question. If you've never played before on the show, Gracie is the judge. And I want to point that out right away and say, your screen's different than hers. Your screen is always going to show your answer first if you're playing Family Feud. So we are looking for the number one answer here when I ask this Family Feud question, trivia question. First person to get the number one answer gets a point. Gracie's the judge. Don't go by your screen. We're going by Gracie's. First person to win 2 points is going to win a 2-pack of CAMO Energy for free. We're just going to mail it to you. You got to make sure you give us your mailing address. We're not even going to charge you shipping. We're just going to give you this stuff for free. It's so delicious. So, Family Feud, Gracie's the judge. Here we go. Name something you associate with Scotland. Name something you associate with Scotland.
I was gonna play Scotland the Brave, but y'all can't hear me, so it's too bad.
Yeah, I'm convinced that thing doesn't make a sound. By the way, that's not a real whistle. It does not make a sound.
It's a prop.
It's a prop. You got it because of your love of the Legend of Zelda.
I would. Yeah, because for sure.
Got to be.
Ocarina's out the window. 10 whistles for me.
Did you say Macarena?
He said Ocarina as in the Ocarina of Time.
Like a little.
Sorry, I'm not hip to it.
I look into
you know what you are hip to, Gracie? Titty milk and White Russians.
I've got some in the freezer if you're interested.
Okay, the number one answer has been in the chat. The number one answer is kilts. Who's on the board?
Pretty sure it was Summer.
Summer.
Captain Awesome, you get cool points for saying Braveheart.
Right, yeah, there were some other cool answers in there. Summer's on the board with 1. If she gets the next one, she wins. She wins the CAMO Energy. This is so lame, but I have to read it. It's on the card. This is Steve Harvey that chose this question, not me, okay? This is going to be whoever type this the fastest. Here we go. No, here we go. Give me a man's name starting with the letter T. Give me a man's name starting with the letter T. And typically, Alec, we would use this time to maybe ask you like another personal question. We're not going to have time.
Say what?
We're not going to have time on this one because people are going to get the answer so fast.
That's right. They got it already.
Sometimes they struggle a little bit, which is the point of the game, and we get to know you a little bit better. But this one's what we call a softball in the industry.
Not a single person's put T-Dog yet. T-Bone.
T-Bone?
Yeah, T-Bone. Yeah, for sure. If someone's guy's name is starts with T, he's T-Bone.
Number one answer is Thomas, by the way, Gracie. Where are we at?
Hey, hang on. I don't know. We're on Holler, the podcast that shouts you out.
That's right. Miranda on the board with Thomas.
Also, Buffy out here spitting the truth.
What did Buffy say?
Ladies, how many of you have been traumatized by a Tyler?
Speak your truths for your T-named men.
There's David, our guest from last week, in the chat.
Oh, we got David in the chat. David, you're just in time for Family Feud, man. You can get on the board.
We could call you D-Bone since your name is David.
We should call him D-Bone.
D-Bone, good to see you, brother. Just talk to you.
D-Bone?
Same D-Bone as always, man. that's my dude from elementary, DeBone.
Jesus Christ.
Never.
Somebody's gonna name their kid that now, Brian. Thanks.
Okay, anyway, back to this. Here's another softball. Who's gonna type it first? Name a famous Michael. Name a famous Michael. Come on, DeBone, where you at? You're going to be fast on this one.
You're beautiful.
Name a famous Michael. Who's going to get it first? By the way, I'm kind of surprised at the answer. I thought the answer would be something else. It's already in there.
Michael Jackson. Who's that?
Shocking.
Who?
Number one answer.
Michael the Archangel.
Number one answer is Michael Jackson. Jackson is the name.
I'm pretty sure it was Big Scott.
I think so too. He was fast on that one.
He was lightning fast.
Big Scott on the board. What's up,
Big
son?
Scott, B-Bone.
Big Scott. Big Scott and DeBone in the chat. Hey, Big Scott, suck on those chili dogs, son.
Sucking on chili dog.
Hell yeah, dude.
Outside taste freeze.
All right.
I am so sleepy.
Sleepy.
I work with small children. I just be singing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! One of my kids. Do you find a thing, and then I'll tell you.
No, go for it.
Okay, I just didn't know if you were really searching for a good question. One of my kids came in dressed like a Ninja Turtle today. It was Leonardo, by the way, in case you needed to know.
So blue.
And his shell, yeah, the blue.
And
I was
sword,
not, I'm
by
not
the
hip
way,
to
and
the-
a sword.
Sure, I'm not hip to the turtles. I had to ask him.
Oh
who
my
was.
god, I'm disgusted.
I'm sorry. I'm sure I'm going to get hip to them soon, but right now Finn just likes to put things in his mouth. Anyway, not the point of this story. The point of the story is he said to one of his friends today, and I quote, "You can't fight crime if you don't be a Ninja Turtle."
That's fair.
And I was like, speaking the truth. Bro.
Yes.
Speaking the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
Type
thought
one
I'd
in
share
the
that
chat
with
if
you
you're
guys.
hip with the turtles.
I like it. I like it.
Like, I'm not hip with the turtles. I'm sorry.
Pumped up about the Ninja Turtles, you know? All in one. Okay. Anyway, back to titty milk. Okay, just kidding. Back to Family Feud, actually. Family Feud. Next question. Looking for the number one answer. Name somewhere you might line up. This is an interesting one. Name somewhere that you might line up. Ooh, good question.
Somewhere you might line up.
Alec.
And anyway, I'll
No,
keep going.
Go for it, Gracie. I would rather you go, actually.
And anyway, this little guy had a turtle shell that strapped onto his back with Velcro. And do you want to know how many times I heard, Miss Gracie, can you help me with my turtle shell? About 11.
Now, why was he dressed as Leonardo exactly?
It was one of the other kids' last day because they're going to a new school, and it was costume day. So he was
Gracie,
dressed as
there's
Leonardo.
3 other Ninja Turtles. Name them.
Leonardo, no, he's the Leonardo. Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael.
Okay, well done.
I just don't know the colors.
Or their weapons, apparently. What's Donatello have?
Nunchucks.
No, that's Michelangelo. Donatello has a staff and he's purple. Michelangelo is
I'm not good.
a party
with
dude
the
with nunchucks.
turtles. I'm sorry. And Shredder is the bad guy, and Splinter is the rat, and April is the news reporter.
Yeah,
but I cannot do the colors. I don't know.
Here, let's test Brian.
Oh my God.
The brain? Who's the brain?
Ooh.
Come on.
Good
Who's
one.
the brain?
Come on.
It's the
Who's
ooze?
the brain?
The ooze.
What's his name?
Wait, I don't know.
Wait.
I don't know.
I'll be Edith.
I don't know. I'm stumped.
And no one will ever find out. So,
Oh my God.
Damn it.
By the way, Mel saying firing squad is. Can I give like an honorary best answer?
No.
I mean, it's accurate. Okay, we're gonna cut off. We're gonna cut off all answers right now. I haven't even scrolled through them. Gracie, up to you to find it. If we got the right answer, the number one answer was grocery store, like a grocery store checkout line. That was number one answer. Anybody say that?
They don't live here. By the way, I do put that in the book.
Mel said grocery store.
Oh, Mel's on the board.
Mel with both.
I can't find that one, but I'm gonna put firing squad on the screen.
Good.
It's also a Mel answer. It's fine.
That's clearly the best answer. There's no doubt about it. Great find right there, Alec. That was clearly the best answer. Okay, there's that.
Kid drop off. Mel SOS about the kid drop off.
We've got a lot of people with 1 on this one, by the way.
Yeah, Summer, Miranda, Big Scott, and Mel. I'll have.
Okay, here we go.
Ends.
Here's a creative one again. This is an interesting one. Okay, looking for the number one answer. Give me a phrase containing the word real. Give me a phrase containing the word real.
Oh. Be so real for those.
Now I'm really thinking about the Ninja Turtle thing. I'm shook, man. I thought I would know everything about Ninja Turtles, and then now I'm shook about the brain part. Ugh.
What does that even mean?
I know what it means. I just can't think of the name. The movie last year was fantastic, by the way. I thought, like super fantastic. There was a Ninja Turtles movies last year. It was
like
great.
out of 5. What would you give it?
Out of 5?
Yeah,
I gave it a 4. Actually, I read. I am a Letterbox patron, so I gave it a 4.
Yeah, go ahead. Anyone here, add me on Letterbox. The full Cage. I'm watching all Nicolas Cage movies. All of them.
Are you for real on Letterbox like that?
Yeah, for sure. The full Cage. You'll know it because it's a picture of Cage as a cowboy.
Okay, fair enough. Ooh, one of my random favorite cages that's outside the box, purposely outside the box, by the way, because the other ones are too obvious. Is the God? Why can I not think of it? The Wonderland. Am I getting it mixed up with?
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland. Oh man, I love it, dude. I bought it. I bought it.
I mean, you say you bought it?
Oh yeah, I own it. It's on my.
Correct, you did. You are correct for doing that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's like a Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff with Satanist cults and Nicolas Cage beating them up. But hold on, he doesn't have lines.
He doesn't talk. That's what I said in my review.
At some point, I was like, okay, he's gonna talk. Like he's gonna say one word at the end of the movie,
right? That like brings it all. No, it's fantastic, dude. I watched it like 3 times in a row once I saw it, and then I was like, I'm buying it, man. I'm buying this movie.
You gotta, for sure.
Thank you for supporting that, and even knowing what I'm talking about. By the way, there's a combo I thought I would never have. Hey, by the way, we're gonna cut off the comments. I have not read them. The correct answer was Real Deal. The Real Deal.
No one said that.
No one said
just
real.
Be real, get real. You're a real one. Get real, for real, real life, real time. Hogwarts isn't real. I'm about to bust out your government name, Buffy.
Whoever said that, well done.
I can't believe for real wasn't the answer. By the way, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking real world.
Okay, here we go. That one's cut off. We're on to the next question. Looking for the number 1 answer. Question is, name a very expensive car brand. Name a very expensive car brand.
Buffy, Alec, you should teach a class on Nicolas Cage at a community college. First of all, Nicolas Cage, good or bad? From Community. There is no answer.
Buffy, this man should not teach a class on Nicolas Cage. He would do nothing but ridicule the students the entire class. He'd make their life hell over Nicolas Cage. He's over there he's grinding his pencil. Sharpening his pencil. You sons of
I would be doing it at his neck. I'd be like, oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ in heaven. Get me out of here. Are we done yet? I'm just kidding.
That's 14 all rights, by the way. We counted.
So many all rights. I'm not feeling 14 all rights right now.
14?
I'm feeling 3 at best.
Number 1 answer is Mercedes.
Whoa, too far.
Summer Rose, straight to DVD Cage movies.
Bring them on.
I think Buffet said it first, but I'm pretty sure she spelled it wrong.
Buffet 6 says Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Buffy's not the editor of Alec's book. She does know about the cryptids though.
More than me.
No.
More than
is feeling at least 1 all right. Showgirls.
What about Showgirls? What did I miss about Showgirls, by the way?
I have no clue.
That's another one. I've got that DVD. But it's not what you think. Okay, there's a storyline to that. We can get a storyline.
I watched it on VH1.
Oh, you got the edited version then. Bummer.
I don't know what to tell you. I was a child.
Me too, and it was awesome.
Probably not being able, should not be watching Showgirls.
I was trying to tune in that HBO channel that was like all fuzzy. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. Give me a titty.
Jesus Christ.
I turned out okay, though, Gracie. Like, here I am, a dog father, and I own a home. Look at me go. Look at that.
But you don't know how to hold children.
Miranda says, Grandma is going to bed. Can't wait to eat the answer to Brian's poll tomorrow. So it seems like a kind of a loaded. I'm just going to throw that question off the board there. It seems kind of loaded.
Is Miranda grandma, or is grandma also in the middle of the ocean?
Grandma.
Do we need to get grandma? We do it for Mamaw and baby dog in this household.
I know. By the way, I wanted to say this while I was thinking about this. Let's get back to Buffy 6 for a second here. Let's make the podcast about Buffy for some reason.
I agree. I agree.
I feel like Buffy, this is my prediction for Buffy later in life. Buffy is like 61 years old at this point in the story. She's 61, and there's some kind of like Dateline episode that happens, and they need to bring in like a local cryptid expert. And this is her moment. She's 61 and she comes in and they see her name across the screen, and they're like, this can't fucking be real. This person called Buffy 6 is the one that's the most knowledgeable about cryptids in the Appalachian region. But yet there she is, and she knocks it out of the park, and she becomes famous at age 61 from Dateline cryptids in Appalachia.
Becomes more famous, for sure.
Even more famous than what she will be the new Aliens guy, but it's
the only
cryptids.
Scenario where you get positively famous from Dateline.
I'm not saying it's cryptids, but it's cryptids. That's
definitely.
Hey, Brian, no one's won family food yet.
Gracie, go to bed and squirt some titty milk on it. All right.
No one has won Family Feud yet. Just
Okay, here we
FYI.
go. Next question. Name a chore a bachelor is least likely to do. Name a chore a bachelor is least likely to do. Who knows?
They do chores?
None
Do
of
they?
them.
What's up, man?
Alec, I noticed that you have 2 degrees, by the way. Did you do this at the same time, or did you go back to school?
How you find this stuff out?
You filled out the form, you spaz.
Crap!
And then you gave me permission to spout it on the internet, which is what I'm doing.
Man, I didn't read the fine print. I did it at 2 separate times. I got a journalism degree, and then I immediately moved to England. I hated it, so I moved to Greece. Much better. But then I came back for a girl, and
you do go on dates. He does go on dates.
And then she told me, I said, I want to do physics now. And she said, you're too stupid to do physics. So I broke up with her and I did physics. And the last time I ever saw her, we met up at a coffee shop a year after we broke up. And she talked about herself for about 30 minutes. And then she said, so what's new with you? And I pulled out my security badge for NASA, and I slid it across the table and just...
Whoa. I feel like now we've asked the right question. We've opened up a whole new can of worms. Cue the wolf. Cue the wolf.
I broke up with her and did
You have no idea how petty I can be.
Call
me stupid.
I mean, so petty. You got a physics degree.
Where is she
now?
Where is she now?
Well, she went back home, and this is going to sound fake, but she went back home to Canada to get her med degree. So she's there now. Haven't seen her.
Regardless, I think some shots were fired right there. Cool. Okay. Number 1 answer is clean, by the way. What's a bachelor least likely to do? Clean.
Clean, like, oh my God.
That's the top answer?
Top answer is clean.
Who got it?
Buffet wins it all.
Oh my God. Buffy, again, she won last week. Buffy, you're killing me here, dude. You're killing us, Buffy. She's coming in, she's winning all the CAMO, but then she's donating it because she's not much of a caffeine person.
Buffy.
My goodness. She just comes in to win. Competitors compete. Buffy's a competitor. It's what she does. Gracie, we've got to get on to Holler Nation right here. We've got to answer some poll questions. Okay, you had a great one. I want you to go first. Go for your poll question.
Okay. I can. Hang on, wait. I have to focus on this too, so you're just going to have to give me 2 minutes.
No, you're fine. I mean, first of all, your question, by the way, was, if if animals could celebrate birthdays the way humans do, which animal would do it best? That was essentially your question.
Yeah. I thought it was funny.
I liked it.
All right. Buffy says meerkats and their silly little underground tunnels.
An
I
underground.
wonder how you're gonna party in a tunnel. Whatever.
You haven't been to a tunnel
Madison
party.
says
Yeah, clearly.
Madison says what?
Shrimp.
Shrimp.
Boss me. She thinks shrimp will throw the best party.
Like the sea monkeys. Those are shrimp.
It literally just says shrimp. Not even a period. Just the word shrimp.
Okay. Shrimp
Lee says that's easy. Monkeys. They're super social, and we literally use them to describe someone who is having a while or who's wild and having too much fun. Then we argued about specifics, and she said chimps. Tom says raccoons because they like to drink. Big Scott says pigs because they go hog wild and ain't scared to get dirty.
God, Big Scott, I love you.
Corey says penguins. Melinda says probably bonobo monkeys. If you know, you know.
No, I don't know.
I don't want to.
I don't know either, but I told her we did know just so we would.
None of us know. We're going to go with titty milk, though. None of us know.
John says apes, of course. Captain Awesome says owls. Their parties would be a real hoot.
Oh, hold on. I got a button for that. Give me 1 second here.
Yep.
Continue.
I was waiting on that button. Rachel, who is newly divorced, go girl, says, I feel like chimps would fuck everything up in the best way, but they also might do a murder.
They might do a murder.
Lee says, Maggie says clownfish, duh. Brittany says gorillas, nothing like everyone pounding the shit out of their chest to hype up your chug game. Holly says sloths. I like the idea of a nap party. Same. Alan says giraffes will be wild. LaKenda said a crow. They'll definitely get you the best presents. Ethan says definitely dogs. They're always excited when you come home. Imagine how they would be if you threw a party. And Fran said lemurs. Have you seen Madagascar?
Good point, Fran.
Yeah, I mean.
So now we got to go around the board here. We got to go around the board. Gracie, what's your answer?
What? I have to have an answer to my own poll?
Jesus Christ, Gracie. I want to throw this phone against the...
I'm just kidding. Honestly, probably some monkeys because they're literally insane. They're just screaming and throwing shit. And it'd probably get really out of control. Literally throwing shit. And it'd get really out of control. But it'd probably be a really good time.
Yeah, honestly. Like a few of them probably like smoke a cigarette. They're like the most human, animal you can think of. So they're gonna like one's jerking off in the corner, one's smoking a cigarette, one's like eating shit, and then the other one's like holding a birthday cake. That's a fun party.
Birthday party.
Okay, I was gonna say raccoons because they're down to like drink booze and they're down to eat trash and party. They just seem like a kind of like trashy party I want to be at. I want to be a fly on the wall. But someone said raccoons in Facebook on your answer, so I'm going to change my answer then to pandas because I think pandas would be hilarious because they're just so fat and like jolly and rolly. They would just lots of rolls and just eating and drinking. It would just be it would be like an America's Funniest Home Videos blooper reel, but a birthday party. That's my answer. Okay, Alec, you're up.
Do you know when like Monty Python's Holy Grail, when God shows up and they're all like, no, and he's like, oh, don't do that. God showing up was Big Scott saying dirty pigs. Like there's nothing that maybe any of us could ever say. So I'm on the Tim Allen train. I'm for the Wild Hogs.
Yeah, Wild Hogs. Okay, I like it. And you threw Tim Allen there too. It's a good movie reference. I like it. It's good.
Classic.
It's classic. Okay, on to my Holler poll before we scoot on. Thank you all for sticking with us. Family Feud was fun. Holler poll was, what's the best pool snack? Best pool snack / meal. Like when you think of going to the swimming pool, what are you eating? When you get out of the pool, you got that pool break, you got that 30 minutes where you got to like cram something, maybe go back in the pool. What are you thinking about eating at that moment? I think maybe we should just go first. Like on
Thinking about it right now.
Well, I think we should go first. So I'm thinking, like, just picture yourself, being a kid at the pool. So I'm thinking like a bologna sandwich with cheese and mustard, and I gotta have like some Doritos, and then like, I don't know, whatever the trendy little drink is. So like, I think when I was a kid, we had like Squeeze-Its. That's what they were called. Squeeze-Its. You remember those?
Oh yes, of course. Of
Oh
course.
yeah.
The plastic got very sharp on those.
They did. It's probably why they don't exist anymore. You had to twist the plastic top off, and all 4 ounces of basically Kool-Aid. But Squeeze-Its, I forgot. I haven't said the word Squeeze-It in like 30 years. It's crazy.
Well, if you just said it like 15 times, so you're just making up for it, baby.
Like your titty milk, Gracie. Sometimes you got to squeeze it. You know what I'm saying?
It's true, but they don't work anymore. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, is it my turn, or do you want to go, Alec?
Really quick, Summer Rose saying that Wild Hogs is a good movie. Summer Rose is my new favorite person on the planet Earth. Bug Juice also, just getting excited about Bug Juice. I miss it forever. Absolutely, I just get a cup and I just pool water. That's the best snack for me.
You son of a bitch. See,
what are we doing here? We're here to live.
Brittany says Squeeze-It still exists. There's no way. You got to link us in the chat. They do?
Brian, go down the damn Kool-Aid aisle at the grocery store.
Gracie, calm down. I don't have children. Just a dog.
Buffy Payton.
I don't know what to tell you. If you want Squeeze-It, you're going to go down the Kool-Aid aisle.
Who knew? I can't believe Squeezes have made it. That's amazing. They've stood the test of time. What a great product.
Yes.
Stood the test of
They've really knocked it out of the park. Have they improved their bottle line at all?
Hey, you want to know how to know that I grew up poor? When I was done drinking them, I would set them up and kick field goals with them.
I like it. That's
for
fun.
hours until one day I knocked Mamaw's candle off and it broke. And R.I.P. Mamaw. I'm so sorry about that.
She take a switch to? Did Papa take a switch to you after that?
No. Papa wasn't around. Mamaw.
Michael Valentine in the chat. We're talking about Squeeze-Its. Michael Valentine, by the way. They still exist, apparently. Who knew? I know that you know Squeeze-Its, and they still exist. R.I.P. Mamaw.
Yes, for real. I got a picture of it right here.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
You keep the tin flute and the
you know what?
And the Mamaw on you.
Yeah, look, Mamaw's right here.
Holy shit, she really is right.
Listen. Mamaw's always with us. Let's be clear. Anunnaki, the guardian spirit of West Virginia, Mamaw, and Baby Dog are always with us at all times. Welcome to fucking West Virginia.
Oh, no.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and scrambled eggs.
Rest in peace, Mamaw. Shout out to Squeeze-Its. Okay. Sorry, I forgot that I have to also read a few holler answers here. I was too.
Well, I mean, do I get to have a say, Brian, or no?
Oh, yeah, please do. Please do, Gracie.
Okay, thanks. Okay, picture it. You're at the pool. It's the pool break. You get out your warm bread because it's been sitting in the sun. You pop open the cooler. You get the squeezy mayonnaise and you squeeze it all on the bread. Then you get your turkey meat, slap it on there. Then you get your spicy nacho Doritos and smash it on there. And then you put the top bread on and you squish it.
Whoa.
And then
why did we squish it at the end? What happened?
Got mixed up
you
all the
gotta
goodness.
crunch the chips. You gotta crunch the chips.
Because we had another
And then you eat
squish. We had another squish answer in the Facebook group, and it was something about squishing a soggy hot dog bun. And why are we making things so soggy and squishy at this pool?
I don't want a soggy bun.
We should make it more soggy.
Buffy says Alec might be my favorite holler guest this year. This is certainly, for what it's worth, we did not know Alec at all. We are meeting him in real time, and it really has been like quite an entertaining episode. It really has been.
This will go down in history.
We'll go down in holler history.
Yeah.
Holler history. R.I.P. Mamaw.
R.I.P. Mamaw.
I offered him other dates too.
Yeah,
I was like, I have this Friday and then I have this, and this. He's like, this Friday works. I was like, oh, okay, let's go.
I could be dead next week. We do it now.
Right. Mamaw says now.
Yes. She's always after me.
Summer Rose says sour cream and onion potato chips on a bologna sandwich. Brittany says, you always squish a hot dog bun. What the fuck? Buffy
No, I don't.
says, that's what she said.
We're doing a soggy bun.
Buffy says, and the ice cream cups with the wooden spoons. Oh, yeah, I forgot about those.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I can taste the spoon now.
I can taste the spoon for some reason more than the ice cream. Really enjoyed that wooden flavor they served us.
I don't even remember what the ice cream tasted like.
In the styrofoam cups. Could you even call that? Could you even call that a spoon? If it was a spoon, it was made for Barbie, not for me. Far too small for such a mighty taste of wood.
I'll tell you, you want to know why our teeth are crooked here? Sucking on that spoon. That's why. It was so good.
Eating those wooden spoons.
Sucking on chili dogs.
All right, here we go. Holler Nation. We're going to finish up with you guys, and we're going to get the hell out of here, I guess. I don't know. Apparently, we could do this all night. Who knows?
I cannot do this all night.
And we shan't.
And we shan't, though.
We
says Mom.
shan't.
Mamaw says go to bed. Mamaw says it's y'all's bedtimes.
You know what?
This Mamaw says go to bed.
That's right.
Fran says, part of me says a grilled cheeseburger. What pool is she going to, man? That's too expensive, Fran. You can't buy those. You bankrupt Mamaw if you buy all these grilled cheeseburgers. What are you doing? You got to pack a bologna sandwich. Actually, Alec, you want to talk about being poor? I packed a cheese and mustard sandwich to my pool trips, and I thought they were delicious. And I was tripped.
That's right.
I was a child, though, and it's what my babysitter packed. Now I learned as an adult, I'm like, oh, she didn't want to use lunch meat. She just wanted to use cheese. So I used to hop out of the pool, and I'm like, please, give me one of those awesome sandwiches. These things are badass. And like later I learned, I'm like, I'm just eating a cheese and mustard sandwich. Like
you know the secrets.
Secrets, giving them away. So Fran says grilled cheeseburger. The other part says bologna sandwich. Your favorite chips are going to be on the side. So for me, it's a Snyder's barbecue or Wavy Lay's cheddar and sour cream, and then a bomb pop for dessert. I like the bomb pop. That's a good idea, actually.
Sure.
Corey Greshel of Gressel Radio says Jello shots, for the kids. Buffy says watermelon, but also popsicles. Lee says popsicles. Matt says corn dog, popsicles, and crinkle cut French fries. Candace says bologna sandwich and Doritos. Nikki says boozy popsicles. They're great. You can get them in any flavor. LaCandace says Fritos, honey barbecue chips, hot dog on a soggy bun that's squished.
Soggy bottom boys. I'm here for it.
The soggy bottom, yeah, exactly. The soggy bottom boys.
Yes.
Miranda says plain white bread, a layer of jalapeno cheddar Fritos cheese dip, crushed Doritos, ham, then more cheese dip on the other piece of bread. And she wants to specify that this is the cheese dip she's talking about. It's this
Ate that with spicy nacho Doritos.
She fed me this the other night. I orgasmed and I went to bed early that night because I ate that. That's crazy. That's how good it was. Adam Hall says Giovanni's Pizza, sausage and extra pepperoni. Sarah says hot dog, Doritos, and a blue Mountain Dew. Angie says peanut butter and jelly sandwich and Fritos. Captain Awesome says frozen grapes and single moms. Big Scott says Vienna sausage, pork rinds, moon pie, and a bottle of RC.
There's that Kentucky.
That's the best answer. If I could throw it up on the screen, I would. That's a fantastic answer.
God.
I mean, let's read that again. Vienna sausage, pork rinds, moon pie, and a bottle of RC. Big Scott in the house.
Big Scott, will you adopt me? Will you be my father?
Captain America.
Loretta
Literally
says
taking a nap and
bologna sandwich and chips. Ethan says bologna sandwich and Doritos. So clearly, like bologna sandwich and Doritos are winning the battle here, and also popsicles. What do we got in the chat here? We need to throw up. We got Summer says bomb pop alcohol game changer. Buffy says Captain America is the right idea.
Wait, leave that up there. Leave that up there. Put it back. I'm gonna take a picture.
I got you.
You're beautiful.
Clearly, we're going to send this to Captain Awesome, Captain America. Jesse in the house. This is Texas in the house now, Alec. Jesse says, Holler, sorry I'm late. Had to score some shrooms. Thank you for your honesty. We appreciate you. Amity has to be the best fucking first name of all time. Like, that's killer, by the way. Amity says, epic summer Canadian clear fixins for subs, fishing food. And
No, all those words separately.
also says,
What?
Snoochie Boochies. That's the one I want to screenshot. Snoochie Boochies.
Very important. I'm very confused.
Guys, if you got anything else to say, get it all out now. I mean, we still have like quite a few people around Alec to be this deep in the show. Guy we don't know that we just met with a cool book who's going to sign my book in pencil, by the way, and sell it to me out of the trunk of his fucking car.
You try to remove my pencil sharpener.
Never, dude. Buffy says, what's bad is I swear I typed Captain Awesome, but I guess it auto-corrected and went to America. I'm going to scroll back up here, see what we missed. We got Bomb Pop's Rule. Brittany says, Alec reminds me of Brandon Ferris, which is a huge compliment to him, by the way.
Who's that?
Oh my gosh. He's
Brittany,
this crazy guy that does dumb shit on Facebook Reels or TikTok. Like he literally exploded like 75 bottles of Diet Coke and Mentos literally in his office. Like filled his entire office with plastic balls and made a ginormous ball pit. Hilarious.
Buffy says, sucking on honeysuckle blooms. You know what? Listen, I'm going to do something weird right here. Since there's so many still here, we're going to do a one-off. We're going to do one more Family Feud, but just one answer. First person to get the answer, we're going to send you even more camo. So we got enough. Win the CAMO Energy shots. No carbs or sugar. Rocket Pop. There's the Bomb Pop right there. There it is. Bomb Pop. That's their flavor. It's so good. Okay. Family Feud. We're back at it. Let me find one here. Is it this one? Is this what we had and win? Okay, here we go. First person to get the number one answer, we're going to mail you a 2-pack of CAMO Energy. Buffy, I swear to God, if it's you, I won't mail it to you. We'll donate it to somebody. Buffy likes to donate her CAMO Energies to anyone that will grab them.
I love supporting charities.
Summer says, I stayed up for this. Summer, now is your time. Here we go. First person to get number one answer wins the CAMO Energy. Here we go. Name a movie that is based on a true story. Name a movie that is based on a true story.
Independence Day.
Avatar.
Yes.
The little engine that could the Brave Little Toaster.
Could be. Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
Oh yeah.
I love Summer's answer of Shawshank Redemption. That's not it. I love Dazed and Confused. That's not it. Number one answer is in the chat. Number one answer is Titanic. Duh.
Big Scott.
Big Scott.
That's real?
Big Scott. Big Scott wins
Big
it.
Scott, I already have your address. That's fine.
Big Scott, we're shipping you some more camo to Kentucky, brother. Thank you so much for sticking around in your other time zone. And shout out to the rest of you in other states. We got Tennessee, we got Texas, we got Kentucky, we got Alaska, we got Oregon, all in one chat. I did not know this, but Alec brings all the states to the yard, apparently. You know, he brings Alec brings the nation together,
yes.
If you think about it. We did
but
not
I'm like, ours is better than yours. Damn right.
Alec, I need you to shout out your book and maybe your mama before we get out of here. Please do.
Okay, first of all, Gladys Neu, the realest motherfucker to ever live.
Gladys Neu.
I asked her what to put in her obituary. She said, I was born, I did some stuff, and I'm not here anymore. I was like, God, Mamaw, she's wise beyond her years. All right, so
I hope that's a real story, by the way.
Oh, it's absolutely real. She was very, very short, very rude.
And that's like that's your real Mamaw that you're carrying around the picture of. It's not like some random Mamaw. That's
it's actually not my blood grandmother, but that's for another story.
Fair enough.
More or less, my grandfather escaped Nazi. He was trapped and he made it here. So anyway, shout out.
I heard they did get trapped. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see. The book. Right. We've talked about the book for like 2 minutes on the show. It's the Great Appalachian Redemption. Not the Great Appalachian Sperm Bank. This book is about 3 kids from West Virginia, middle schoolers, who are more or less trying to find their place. Should I stay or should I leave? Which is oh no. Oh no. The Holocaust.
Alec's grandpa escaped the Holocaust to find Gladys. Now we're here.
Oh, the persecutions. So the kids are trying to figure out, should I stay or should I leave? So if you have ever asked yourself that, or if you know people who might be asking themselves that, the book is probably good to explore that theme. At the end of the day, the message of the book is unconditional love. If you stay here, we are very happy to have you. Let's go get some freaking roosters, go to the arcade and see a movie. However, if you don't stay here, we get it. And we love you anyway, and we wish you well. And you're welcome back anytime. And then if you ever feel like you're away, you're standing in the Mediterranean, waist deep, and you start crying because Country Road starts playing on the radio, it's because this woman right here, Anna Nimke, is calling you home. My best creation. What else do you want to know?
Is there a point in the book where the cryptids have sex?
Oh, hell no. Sex is gross, and it's way too close to where he put it. So,
it was Wario, by the way.
What's up?
That was Wario, by the way.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I know Wario. Don't act like I don't know myself some Wario. So it's no, there's no sex. That if you're looking for that, there are some Mothman, help me with the name, smut books. Luckily for you, if you live in the area, Inner Geek has them right next to my book. So it's called like I Got Engaged to Mothman. I read 1 page and I vomited out of just pure joy at like I could feel his like furry, whatever on my thighs. If that's for you, go ahead and look it up. My book is sexless. It is sexless. They haven't even heard of sex in my book. It's a lot. It's here for meaning and for Mamaw.
This was such a chance to say Mothballs, by the way. I was waiting for it.
Just passed. If only this desk were a desk, I would go back.
Oh, well, here's a good cue.
Country roads.
Summer, yes, it is like bestiality. Thank you for
It's just like that. Make sure
Mamma mia!
Country Roads about Mario.
Here we go! Mario!
Alec, remind the audience, maybe we got fresh eyes out here. Remind them where they should buy the book.
Okay. The first place to go is find my truck. Find my truck. License plate number. Good luck. You'll find me. I'll be outside of the Tudors tomorrow morning. So you just you come find me. Yeah, you can get it from me. You can go to Inner Geek in Huntington. Maybe Cicada Books has it in Huntington. Definitely Taylor Books has it. I'll be at Taylor Books on June 15th at 2 p.m. for my book signing there. And then Plot Twist Books, a little bookstore in South Charleston, has it. If you don't have access to any of that, please go on book supporting website, and finally Amazon, where it will be shipped directly to your home and you don't need to leave. You can stay at home with your locked in pencil sharpeners.
Go on 0 dates. And
dates.
Yeah. Do not date Canadians and show them your NASA badge and then send them off to medical school. Don't do any of those things.
I sleep 8 hours a night, every night.
Big Scott wants to pay it forward. As you can see, energy drinks to summer. The Holler Nation, the Holler cost, as we like to call them.
No, we do not like to call them that. We do not.
They're
We
so friendly.
do
They
not-
always pay it. They always pay it forward. That Holler cost of grief.
Oh my God, we're gonna get banned. We're gonna get canceled, Brian. We worked
Yes.
too hard for this.
Yes.
This is
I
how we
would
want
love
to
to
go.
be the last guest.
This is
on
how
the
Gladys. This is how Gladys pictured it.
Oh my God.
This is a picture of Gladys as she was
Okay.
picturing it.
So
Well,
Holler Nation.
Oh my God.
Holler Nation.
Please end this show right now. Just hit the end button. We're done.
It's our guy. What do we call it? What's the name we got for him? D-Bone, right? Is that what we call him?
Yo, D-Bone.
It's our guy DeBone.
DeBone.
DeBone. DeBone says it's Holocaust's worst idea ever. Hold on. I think my dog wants to make an appearance before we Serge, come here. Come here.
Hell yeah.
Look at this.
Serge, come on. I'm tired.
Look at this. There he is.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
that's nice.
Little Serge
baby.
Tankian in the house.
Yes.
This is the way we're gonna end the show. Oh yeah, now he's in for good. So listen,
That's
we're gonna smash a bunch of buttons. We're gonna get out of here. Holler Nation.
Here we go.
Holler Nation, you guys are awesome. Alec, I would like you to do me a favor. As I smash a bunch of sound clips to get us out of here, please very ever so slowly, just kind of zoom in with Gladys with Mamaw on the screen. Let's get her on there. We want her to fill up the entire square that you're in by the time okay, so here we go. Smash a bunch of buttons.
By the way,
Holler
thank you all
Nation.
for having me. I
Oh,
appreciate
thank you
all
so
for
much,
staying
Alec. You were
around.
great.
You all are wonderful.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Y'all are doing good stuff. I like this podcast. It's cool.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
Good stuff.
All right, here we go.
Hot Pockets.
Arby's, we have the meats.
That seemed like a good